There are weaknesses that will never leave your life till you go to heaven. Instead of focusing, work on your weakness, work on your weakness, you now abandon your strength. Work on your strengths. Focus on your strengths. Build your strength. Package your strength. When you become so strong, nobody will remember your weaknesses. Mandela, have you forgotten that the man committed many adultery, has many women in his life, many children? But who is talking about how many wives, how many children, who is saying that? Because everybody is focusing on the strengths. Hello? So when you focus on your strengths, there will be weaknesses in your life, but it will not be an issue. Because your strength is blessing generations. Your strength is offering value. Do you understand that now? Now, I'm not saying abandon your weakness, but don't make it your focus. Because when you become so sin conscious, sin, then you abandon righteousness, become righteous. Just focus on righteousness. Automatically, sin will just leave you alone. Number 5, market and build your package uniqueness. So you have packaged yourself, and then you have packaged your uniqueness, then begin to market it. Listening and listening well. Humility is not stupidity. Hello? Humility is not stupidity. So when they are telling you, oh, let the Lord announce you, what verse of scripture is that? Let the Lord announce you. I didn't see that in the Bible. Hello? The Bible says Jesus went from city to city, village to village, synagogue to synagogue, preaching, teaching, and healing. Then, the result of his action, his fame spread abroad. He went. Someone say he went. Then, his fame spread abroad. When Jesus shows up, he announces himself, I'm the way, I'm the truth, I'm the life. Nobody can go. If a pastor does that today, they will say it's arrogant. My name is Olumide Emmanuel. When I said to you, poverty dies, I can show you the way out of poverty. When you listen to me, you can never remain the same. Why? I'm announcing myself. Jesus Christ did the same. He said, I'm the way, I'm the truth, I'm the life. That is publicity. That is marketing. How can you be a hairdresser and your hair is looking like somebody that just came from madhouse? How can you be selling perfume and you are smelling like a corpse? How can you be a fashion designer and we can't see your design? Market yourself. So if you're an hairdresser, you should not come to church with the same hairstyle every Sunday. It's an error. Every Sunday, this Sunday go like this, next Sunday go like that. So that they say, this is Tasha. I say, that's what I do for a living. You shouldn't even use one perfume. It's deliberate and intentional. It's not carnality. It's marketing. Hello? You market yourself. Very important. So that is one thing you need to do. Because if you don't market yourself, you can just be in one corner dying. All the people that have won different reality shows, there are people better than them. But it is those who come out that people know. Say the most beautiful girl in Nigeria. No, it's the most beautiful girl among those that contested. Hello? The most beautiful girl among those that contested. Miss World, no, it's Miss among those that contested. Some of the most beautiful women are under hijab in the Islamic world. Nobody has seen their face. Hello? So all these things you need to understand. Market yourself. Musicians, comedians, footballers, actors, politicians, photographers, writers, public speakers, all these people that we know today, if they did not market themselves, you will not know them. I was speaking with a pastor that had come to see me. He traveled from Ibadan to see me during the week for counseling and coaching. And we're discussing of a lot of things. And I told him a few things he needs to do. Then I needed to help him to understand when we say mega. So I said, you see, the challenge with many of us is, I've been to your church because I was in his church in January and he was telling me all manner of testimonies of what has happened between the time I came and now. I said, look, the challenge is that you will look at me and you call me a mega pastor. But you don't see yourself as a mega pastor because your definition of mega is an error. So I told him, I said, mega means impact. Mega means impact. I said, dynamite is not big, but when it blows, it makes impact. So see yourself as a mega pastor by becoming an impactful pastor. When you make impact upon the 6, 12, 30, 40, 200 members you have, you're a mega pastor. When you make impact within your community, I see because many of those pastors, we have gone around the world. Many of the pastors, many of you are calling great men of God. When you go to their church in America, it's not as big as this church. But they are on TV, they are everywhere, they go on missionary trip, they do all kinds of, because they went round. People now say mega church, mega pastor. Kenneth Hagin never left America. Hello? He never left America. He didn't have American passport to leave America. But everybody, Kenneth Hagin, go to the Kenneth Hagin, go and see the chapel there. The guy didn't even have a church. They built a chapel. Go and see the chapel. Miles Moro. Go to Bahamas and see his church. And see whether it's big or not. You would say, hey, you mean this is the Miles Moro? We thought it would be like 10,000. No, it's impact. Mike Murdoch, go to his wisdom house in Texas. You will see this. Hey, Mike Murdoch. Why? It's not about the size of the church. Hello? It's about the impact they have made on their generation. And once you understand that, you begin to move ahead in life. So let's wrap up with 7 elements of personal branding. If we don't complete it, then you go and get the book. 7 elements of personal branding. What does that mean when I say 7 elements? Now we have seen how to build a personal brand, but what are the things you should be focusing on? That are, when you say this person is a personal brand, what are the elements that says that this person has become a brand, and what are the things you should be focusing on in order to become an exceptional brand? Number 1 is your value and your character. Number 1, your values and your character. Like I told you earlier on, your focus should be on what? Quality and not packaging. Your value and your character, because these are the things that will last. In Yoruba, they will say, Obiri o niwa, Olohun olori oko. Hello? The Bible says, beauty is empty, charm is deceitful, but a woman who fears the Lord shall be praised. You have a nasty attitude and character. You say there is an evil altar in your father's house that is stopping you from marrying. No, it's your attitude and character that is the altar. Hello? So, number 1 is your values and character. Focus on that. Listening and listening well. It's not, your dressing, your packaging, your grooming. Yeah, they are important. They are but what is the purpose of a well-packaged poison? What's the purpose? Package poison. The package poop give you. Put spray. What's the purpose of that? So it's really about the fact that when people now experience you, they see value. Number 2, your talents and skills. Your talent and skill. Have you ever experienced artisans or experienced a plumber, an electrician, a mechanic, that by the time they are through with you, they will spoil the thing. They will leave your appliance worse. And you are asking yourself, who taught this one job? This one didn't graduate. Didn't do freedom. Hello? So your talent and your skill. You have to discover your skill, discover your talent, and develop it consistently to become a skilled person. To become more skillful, to become more talented, to become more valuable. Number 3, your personal mission. Your personal mission. What do you set out to achieve? What do you set out to achieve? One of the few years back, we're in a discussion, and one of the top guys, a former presidential aspirant, that is one of my guys, he said something that I had never heard before until he said it. We're just discussing. He said, no, we can't compare ourselves to him now. He's a philanthropic brand. I say, me, philanthropic brand. So me, I don't want to. He said, he said it's a philanthropic brand. He said, you do free seminar, you do free. They say, we can't try that. We'll go bankrupt. Say, we can't try it. Free seminar. They say, every month you are doing free seminar, you are teaching. They say, all the things you are giving, even your CDs, the information is too much. He said, anybody that buys one of those CDs can even from there write 5 books. So you just release everything. You just want everything. He said, one of each of your CD, I've turned it to curriculum. I'm using it to make millions from all the banks and corporate organizations. Say, because we cannot survive not making money. We have to. He said, but you now, you just give everything free. Say, you are a philanthropic brand now. Your own is about philanthropy. I say, yeah. When I left that place, I got to office, I come and say, but it's like, you mean, but it's the truth. So I sat down and I had to think. I said, okay. It's because I'm a pastor. My heart is about, let's help people, let's impact people. But this guy said, I can't try it though. He said, we cannot try what you are trying. No. Say, wow. My books. It was until I released Pathway to Wealth, which is How to Be a Millionaire, and then School of Money, that I started really pricing my book. When I released the book, I'm like, oh, just go cheap, come on, let's just bless people. Do you understand? But at a point, I'm like, if you want to buy, buy. If you don't want to buy, School of Money, I know they beg people buy. But if it was before that School of Money, I will sell it 2,000 or 2,500. Do you understand? But at a point, you have to realize that, look, this thing is not like that. Oh. The money where you pay for Harvard, no be chicken change. So, your personal mission. Number 4, your unique knowledge. What is the unique knowledge that you have? So, if you have a unique knowledge, sit down there. So, by the grace of God, when people sit down now and they are thinking of who to invite to come and talk about money matters, my name will come up in that equation. When they sit down and discuss, we want to do a singles conference, a marriage conference, who do we invite? My name will come up in that discussion. When they sit down, they are discussing, we want to do a leadership conference, we want to gather pastors to train them. My name will come up in that discussion. Why? Those 3 areas, relationship, finance, and leadership, I sat down there because I discovered I have a unique area of gifting and grace, and I continue to develop myself. So when we wanted to start the TV station, I said, we're going to build this TV station on these 3 pillars: relationship, finance, and leadership. Let's just stay there. Let's not try to be an entertainment station. Let's not try to be a news station. Let's not try to, no. Let's stay there. So our content will be 20% relationship, 20% finance, 20% leadership. The remaining 40%, we give it to other people to come on board, religious program, all kinds of stuff. So we sit down there. So by the time you sit down and you are watching Common Sense TV, you will realize that relationship issues are there, financial issues are there. We are not. So when we are not going to be like other people. So when we start our own morning program, which will be from 7 to 9, we're not going to be doing newspaper review like other people. We're not going to be doing all those kind of stuff. Our morning program is called Spheres. All we are going to be looking at is the 7 mountains. And we're looking at what relates to that every day, Monday to Friday. Instead of following you have to sit down, find out your area. Number 5, your communication skills. This is very, very important. Your communication skill. Listen and listen well. Every vision you have, every idea you have needs to be communicated. If you don't have the ability to effectively communicate your vision or your heart or your ideas, it will not be able to go as far as it should go. So your communication skill, whether it's verbal communication, whether it is written communication, whether it's gesticular communication, your gesture, just make sure that you continue to develop yourself in that area. So that when you come before people to make a presentation, you are in a boardroom, you want to pitch an idea or pitch a project to people in the boardroom, you've got to be able to present yourself effectively. Your PowerPoint has to be tight. Your PowerPoint should be something that can easily communicate what you want to communicate. Your words, your everything, your gesticulation, everything. Very, very important. Then number 6, your dress sense and etiquette. Dress sense and etiquette. I joined. So let's look at the dress aspect. We have said it over and over again. Dress the way you want to be addressed. Dress the way you want to be addressed, because people will see you before they hear you. And that's why in those days of heavy 419 in those days, they are the one that were using 090, not 9 knots. They deck up, they'll go borrow car, they'll go to Kaya and borrow car. By the time they land with Jeep 4x4, you say, this man get Jeep, look at him, dressing, everything, and they dupe you. Today, someone now, they dress online. They are the son of a prince. They are the general manager of NMPC. They package themselves. So your dress sense, because you don't have a second chance to give a first impression. Once people see you, they just say, this. You don't have a second chance to give a first impression. So you need to understand that your dressing is very, very important. So you need to make sure that you dress well, you look well, you smell well. It's all part of it. You can't enter a place, because many people don't realize that by the time you enter into an air-conditioned hall where people have been seated, when you enter, the air condition will reveal some things. Hello, so just the place just begin to smell, because the socks that they are wearing, the socks, is otigolabe. The socks has entered water, they have sweated into it, they have not washed the singlet, the armpit is not shaven, there is no roll-on, no deodorant. They just come out like that. And then nothing. Even when you look at the temple, there's incense. The holiest of all, the only place they have incense. So you have to have incense. Just spray some things on your body, hello, so that you smell well. Not that you just enter with a kaboom. Everybody just will be booming. People just say, how are you? You're welcome. You're welcome. Then etiquette. Etiquette has to do with a lot of aspects. The way you relate to people, when it comes to eating, when it comes to, so two people are talking. And then you want to get the attention of somebody. You don't just bunch it and say, hey, how are you? You have to say, excuse me, please, can I talk to him? So those are all part of things you need to learn. Do you understand? When you are eating, you are sitting on the table, you are eating, you don't make noise with your... No. You are drinking water, you don't... like a bushman from my village. So all those, then when you finish eating, you have to remove the spoon and put, so that they will know that you have finished eating. You remember the story of one of our ministers that went abroad and they kept serving him tea. He just kept drinking because he didn't know that he has to do something to show that I'm no more interested. There are places we go to. There are places you go to eat in other countries. Like in Atlanta, we have a place they call Fuga de Chao. Now, when you go there, they will give you a card. The card is yellow or different color on one side, but the other side is red. Red means I'm okay. Because as long as the card is like this, they will be serving you. They have like 46 different kind of meat. Yeah, 46. So they start meat 1, they bring it, meat 2, 46. There's nothing, the weather is meat, all manner. Nobody has ever succeeded in eating it for something. Nobody. So they start with number 1, number 2. So you have to, if you don't do that, they will just keep bringing. You have to put that red card. Yeah, I'm okay. Don't bring anything again. So all this, even from, because really, there are things that has nothing to do with Bible. It just has to do with home training, upbringing. But you see, not everybody came from a home. Many of us came from compound. We came from yard. We came from house. We didn't come from a home. Some of us never saw our father and our mother. We never had father, mother in one house together. Never. We grew up 7 people in one room. We share pants, we share brazier, we share everything. There is no difference. Anybody just wake up, carry, enter. That's the way. We just call Elewa going. We eat. There is no pot, there is no stove. Nobody to tell you, no, a woman does not sit down like that. You can sit down and open everything because nobody told you. You grew up a tomboy. You are forever wearing trousers, wearing knicker, ready to fight. And then when you now become a lady and you are wearing gown, you don't know that you are supposed to, you just open like that. You want to enter car, you just open, enter car. Nobody told you. It doesn't mean you are not born again. It doesn't mean you are not a child of God. It has nothing, but it's about culture, it's about etiquette. Nobody told you. You were not mentored. So in church now, we have to be telling you to shave your armpits. Nobody told you. You see people with their armpit and they will open their and they don't feel anything because they don't feel anything. They don't. So, good morning. Repeat after me. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. Hello. Please. Thank you. Excuse me. Pardon me. Now, these are things you need to learn to know where to use it. Oh, excuse me. Not yes. 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 No, I'm telling you. Now that thing enters church. Oh, I'm telling you. Even as a pastor, when I sit down and anybody claim that say, let's jam our hands for Jesus, I feel somehow. I'm like, okay, it's jam. What are you jamming your hands? You know, it's like an accident. Jam our hands for Jesus. But I'm feeling that, okay, maybe it's like, our own pidgin English kind of, but let's jam our hands, jam your hands for Jesus, jam your hands. So I can go on and on and on. How to use the cutlery. All these things are very, very important. Because it's not everywhere you can say, give me water, make I wash hand. It's not everywhere you can do that. Hello? So if you don't know how to use the cutlery, you will just be there, struggling. And a young man let me close with that. A young man had a relationship with a lady and took her to their corporate dinner, corporate event. And when they brought the first course, in fact, they were still at the level of appetizer, bread, chicken soup, and butter, and the lady just put the bread. The guy was like, he said, the bread is soft, the butter is soft, try that chicken soup. Did you? No chicken there inside, but the thing tastes like chicken. She was just good. The guy was embarrassed. She has taken, they no, they took the guy's own. She has already eaten like 5 rows of bread rolls. She has drank, drank water. Then by the time they brought the meal, say, we see the shop. We see the shop. They are not believable. Finally, number 7, go build the brand you. That is action. Go build the brand you. You have learned a lot of things, so go and do what? Go and build your brand, because 1,000 good intention is not as powerful as one action.
Thanks for watching and also taking time to engage with our previous content. I saw your comments and I will respond to it immediately. Meanwhile, feel free to also share your thoughts or experiences in the comments below. Please don't forget to share this video with someone. We have a unique package for you on the first link in the description of this video. If you found value in today's discussion, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Kingdom Wealth Channel for more empowering content that helps build wealth in a godly way. We believe that every subscriber is not just a number, but a valued member of our growing community. If you're not subscribed to Kingdom Wealth Channel, you might not see us again, so hit the subscribe button now. But if you are a member of Kingdom Wealth Channel, congratulations, you are growing every day.